Good evening and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. We are in our first game of our second match of the night. I trip over that all the time, but thank you all so much for joining me. We are in a Division C West matchup. This is going to be the Nexus Cats versus Save the Murloc, and before we get into our bans, let's talk about map bans. We had the coin flip. I didn't look beforehand. I don't know who won the coin flip, actually. Hold on. Let me jump into the draft again really quickly. First pick is on the right-hand side, so I'm assuming they won because they went for the priority onto that. So then we are going to be able to jump back over to our maps really quickly. So the coin flip, I think, was won by the members of Save the Murloc. They opted for first pick right there. That's going to be Tomb of Spider Queen and Towers of Doom banned out by the members of Nexus Cats. Battlefleet of Eternity and Alterac Pass are banned out by Save the Murloc. And Volskaya Foundry will be our first map chosen by the Nexus Cats. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening for these games. Thank you for following and thanks for hanging out. Baha, don't make me ask. Ektar, I would never, Ektar. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. Alta So 6 Socks. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. But thank you, Covey, for seriously for making, like, Covey in chat. This is Covey, was the one who made that cool intro, makes the little scene transition that we use all the time. So shout out to them for sharing it, for giving it, and for making it and being such a beautiful human being. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. But we have a Chen Abathur ban on the side of the Nexus Cats, and Save the Murloc will be banning out the Zeratul and Maiev. So a lot of good aggression being removed from the game here, as well as some tactile play with that Abathur. Tyrande Sylvanas will be the bans on the left-hand side, or excuse me, the first two picks on the left-hand side, so going to be locking in that support as well as the that kind of range assassin, I guess you could easily put there, but that's going to be Joanne on the right-hand side with a Rhaegar and Falstad. I like this a lot. Rhaegar has really good sustain on these points. They're going to be able to have some aggression as well with the friendly team. Falstad's poke is extremely strong. I'm amazing. Sorry. I chugged so much tea in between games. Like whenever that little stinger is up, like it's just me just chugging fluids. Like when you don't see me on camera, I'm drinking all the fluids, and it's usually why then I have to burp the moment I'm back on camera. But that will be Hallarak being banned out on the left-hand side. And if we're looking at bans here, they're going to need a main tank on the side of Nexus Cats. So taking something like a Garrosh out, taking something like a Muradin out, as well as Arthas. I mean, there's a lot of, like, a Nubrak, I would say is probably the priority if they have a Nubrak player. Diablo's pretty strong here as well. There's a lot of options, but realistically, main tank is what you want to remove. ETC is going to be exactly that. They don't want to deal with any sort of Mosh Pit Starfall combination, and the zone control he has is really, really powerful. Better levels on sound and caster audio. You should get the updated one. Yeah, but I don't really want the people talking. Also, I just use a limiter for that one. I just limit it to a certain volume, and then it pretty much stays, I'd say, pretty good. Ooh, that's a Blaze Garrosh combo right there. That's a strong duo. Garrosh with AoE lockdown. You also have the AoE stun from Blaze. We'll have to find some more damage coming out from them. These last two picks, they're going to need something to go into that Blaze, or it's going to be the Falstad in the solo lane. We're not sure just yet. We could see a Leoric. That is pretty powerful with them. Greymane will be the pickup as well for some dive damage. And there's a lot of options here. If they already have like two decent solo laners, but Yrel will actually be the solo lane for the members of Save the Murloc. Unfortunately, they're saving that Murloc for a different game because they're going to be not having a Murloc on the side of Save the Murloc. Yeah, sorry, Kobe. Like, I don't mean it as like BM or anything. Like, I do appreciate it, but what I did was I threw a hard limiter through OBS on the original, and that kind of keeps it right around that 15 decibel mark. I could pull it down further, but I think 15 decibels is a decent audio level, so it doesn't blare in people's speakers, but it's loud enough to maybe if they're in the kitchen and they're just watching Bandit, the audio changes loud enough where they're like, oh, the game is starting. But Cassia does round out the draft. That's not a lot, but that's a blind right there to at least to mitigate some of the damage potentially coming in from the Greymane. Yrel's setup can be really powerful as well. Even though her autos may not be the quickest, she still is impactful, and blinds are extremely powerful. Falstad could be going into auto attack build as well. We never know. Could be mage build, could be auto attack, but the auto attack build would be kind of also blinded out by that Cassia. So I like that pickup right at the end. I think they're going to have some good damage on the table. Really good fight between the two teams. And I think we got ourselves a very good game number one. Whew. Needed like 2 cups of tea for our two best of threes, apparently. But we're loading in, and we'll get going into this. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for everyone who's following. Welcome to all the new people who have discovered the channel. If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying yourself and you haven't followed, please go ahead and do yourself a favor and do exactly that. Do a lot of casting here for Heroes of the Storm. It's pretty much what I enjoy doing after work almost every day. So I'll be back again tomorrow. Actually, Catpeach will be joining me tomorrow, and we'll be having 2 best of 3s. We're going to be having, both of them are Division A games. It's going to be Gilly Shark versus, I cannot remember off the top of my head, and I know we're going to be having Once Bitten Thrice Pie versus a few Loose Screws. So we got some good games already in front of us, but more good games coming up tomorrow. We got a game. Let's get into it. Wrong button. There we go. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Nexus Cats. We're going to be having Shadow Guard going to be on the Blaze. Lulu is going to be on the Tyrande. Mark Zombie is going to be on the Garrosh. Arthenu? I'm going to say that wrong. So I'm going to go with Arth is going to be on the Cassia. And we have that guy, so simple, going to be on the Sylvanas. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Save the Murloc with Kular, I think, is going to be on the Urel. Sean is going to be on the Joanna. We're going to be having Apollo going to be on that Greymane. We'll have Shaggy on the Falstad, and Odium Reigns is going to be on the Rhaegar. Let's go ahead and look at our ones. Ooh, Mage Build Falstad. Okay. Unfurling Shadows for the Sylvanas, and we have Charge Strikes. Oh, GG, well played, that Sentinel getting caught right there. Charge Strikes are going to be coming out from that Cassia. I like that one as well right there. But we do have our vision set up so we can get a peek at some of the lane rotations and visions as this game does progress. But first off, we'll just take a look at what these matchups are going to be looking like and what the rotations will be for these teams, because it seems like it's going to be a mid to top with the 4 members right now, and they're going to be kind of doing the exact same thing. Or are they just leaving the Cassia? Are they doing like a 1-3-1? Actually, that's what it seems like right now, is it's a 1-3-1 from the members of Nexus Cats, and realistically, you don't have to rotate. Sylvanas rotating against the enemy team would be a little bit more beneficial, as well as Mark Zombie. The big thing is the questing talents. That's the one reason you start to make these rotations, because you're matching the enemy team. Look at Falstad with this aggressive barrel roll forward. Excuse me. There we go. Turd Herder, thanks for coming by. Second, Arth and Ow. Okay. Math Lion, thank you so much for the follow. I very much appreciate that, my friend. Who won the Almost Legends versus Beast Coast? Arth and Naw. Oh, now we have 2. Arth and Now? See, I'm getting too many pronunciations. Everyone give him a different pronunciation. I hate you all. I hate you all, Lorelei D'Angelo. That's some Charge Strikes Cassia. I like Charge Strikes Cassia. I think you can get some crazy good damage with that. But we're going to go with Arth. Arth is nice and easy. We'll keep it to that. I apologize when if they rewatch the VOD and they're just like, no, oh my god, so far off. But welcome to my channel where I pronounce everyone's name wrong. We do have our first objective here going to be popping up at the 2-minute, 30-minute mark, the announcement for it, and then you'll have the 3 minutes where you can actually get the channel onto it. They're going to step forward. They're trying to get the Cassie right there, and they're not going to be able to. That will also be Sylvanas pushing out a little bit of damage. So the reason, the one thing that I was noting is you want to be in these rotations because you want to finish out as quickly as possible the Warbreaker for the Garrosh, and this isn't finishable, but the Unfurling Shadows for that Sylvanas, both of them are extremely impactful talents. One for the Sylvanas, that stacked up damage over time from the Shadow Dagger, that's just it's so strong to be able to kind of weaken the enemy and spread that damage around and then be able to step further forward onto the enemies. They are holding their 4, but we can assume that this is going to be Mercenary Queen because of the fact that, really, Possession. Okay. The reason I was kind of hitting on the Mercenary Queen so hard was because of the fact that we are going to be seeing, this is the one map where the extra tool you can bring to the fight, you can buff it with the Sylvanas with the Mercenary Queen. The turrets get this 60% buff from the Mercenary Queen when they're sitting on that point. So it's one of those things that, like, typically if you see a Sylvanas, you expect that. But Possession still has merit, still has value. To be able to turn the enemy team around and get that extra buffed out lane is really impactful. We do have this Urel stepping really far forward. That guy throwing out the Banshees, but not going to be able to step, not triggering them. As we do have the charge still going up and up and up for the members of Save the Murloc. Can they solidify this? The contest is there. They'll go up to 99% and it'll stop right there so long as there's an enemy member there. One turret will be dropped. Shadow Guard with the Jet Propulsion forward. There's going to be a blind out from the Cassia. They throw the Urel out of there. That guy is a little bit low. Barrel roll from Shaggy as well. Banshee's out from that Sylvanas. Joanna is going to be going down right there. First blood of the game going over to the members of Nexus Cats. And are they going to be able to to stick on this point. Oh no, they're going to be trying to turn this around. They get the pick onto the Sylvanas right there. Can they find a Cassia? They also get that as well. Mark Zombie and Lulu need to get out. Nice use of the Righteous Hammer. Slows with the Avenging Wrath. Shadow Guard with the Jet Propulsion forward, but that's still going to be first objective in favor for the members of Save the Murloc. They lose one. They're going to fly up to top lane with that Falstead just to try and prep out that wave and have some minions already there. Arthan who? Arithana? No, Ektar. Chat, I love you. You're the best. Raiden, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for supporting the stream. Stand up, bud. You okay, bud? Just staring at the floor. We do have this Triglaw Protector pushing in here, and they're going to go ahead and take out the top lane well, and also the front gate. This is pretty much the value you expect to get. Nice use of the roll to disengage from Apollo right there, as they also do have the Eyes in the Dark. That just allowed them to get out of that range from the Garrosh War Groundbreaker. And if I'm not mistaken, the Eyes in the Dark also gives it an extended range. No, it actually, it's just stealth. Okay. I thought it extended the range on the roll to disengage. Or I guess it's just disengaged. I like to add the roll because he does a little fancy roll right there. Tens will be approaching fairly soon, so let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers and get an idea of what those look like. We do have Shaggy on this point on the right-hand side. And they'll be able to grab this. I was just skimming through talents really quickly as well, and I thought I saw, for a hot second, I was just like, is that secret weapon? No, it's yellow background, not blue. Ooh, I was about to be like, secret weapon with Gathering Storm at level 1? Interesting. Very interesting, but this is going to be our 10 talent tier hit first for the members of Save the Murloc by about a half a level lead they've gained. We can actually see where that experience is coming in from. It's going to be coming in from the Mercenaries a little bit, mostly the hero kills. Ghost Dunk, thank you for the 420 bits, my dude. Thank you. Darkflight is extended range. It's level 13. Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I was combining talents then, but that's going to be a nice Jet Propulsion forward onto a couple. Shaggy going to barrel roll back. Going to be throwing out the Hinterland's Blast. No Gust coming in this game. We go straight up for the damage. And that's going to be I think the only odd, I guess you could say, heroic talent so far chosen in this game. I think that is going to be Go for the Throat for the Greyman, at least looking at the cooldown. No, that's Curse Bullet. There's a light like right above my monitor, so sometimes seeing the top bar heroic talents that are off, like are on cooldown, are a little bit difficult. Valkyrie for the Cassia. You're going to be trying to pull some members in right there. Does Blaze go into the bunker, or are we going to be getting... Or are we seeing... Combustion? There we go. I couldn't think of the talent. All right, it's going to be bunker. Hew, 420. Nice Ghost Dunk. No, seriously, thank you so much for the 420 bits. I really do appreciate the support, my dude. Thank you. I will resend your alert when we get out of this game. But that's going to be Shadow Guard in bottom lane going up against Shaggy. And they do have a item already, but look at this collapse potentially coming into the top lane. That will be the Shield Glare for the disengage, for the dismount onto a few. Curse Bullet does go out. That's going to be the Warlord Challenge as well. Starfall going to be coming out. That also will be the Wailing Arrow. Toss onto Apollo, and they find a pick onto the Greymane. They now need to roll to disengage as an entire team. That's a really, really good pick right there. Falstead coming in this backline, but they've got no Gust. Like, that was a Flight Gust, but Hinterland's Blast, and that's a little raw right there. More or less going to be throwing it out and getting a cooldown reduction, but it's 120 seconds without any sort of cooldown reduction. I think it's 15 seconds per hero hit, 25 seconds per hero hit. As we have this engagement still breaking out, that will be the Biotic Emitter going to be dropped. Absorption will be used by your route. I'm going to go ahead and Goomba that Sylvanas right there, as they also use the Righteous Hammer to further separate the team. This peel coming out so far is really, really strong. Jet Propulsion from the Blaze point blank will stun out the friendly team, or I guess the enemy team. They do have Apollo back. The death timer's really, really low. The raw, just throwing out the Cursed Bullet, it's just like, you're at half health, or I guess 40% health. Sylvanas will be back in 2 seconds here, and we are going to be having charge going over in favor for the members of Save the Murloc. Okay. Alrighty. Good pressure coming in through the lane so far. First bullet goes out onto Mark Zombie. That's going to be the hammering coming out from the false as well. Valkyrie, oh, they don't get anyone right there. Surprising. Blessed Shield going to be coming out. They're going to be, that's the Indomitable as well. No Hinterland's Blast for 21 seconds right there as they're going to be stepping further forward onto this. They walk off the point sitting at nice 69%. Rhaegar don't channel anymore. You don't need to. The game is already won because you've got that percentage right there, but they go ahead and they'll channel that up further. And that'll be them sitting on the point. They don't have 13 talents here on either side. No deaths. I wonder if they were really just banking on that Valkyrie getting a lot of value for them, and that's where they get the momentum. But I think they're just going to give over this second Triglav Protector, and giving this over is a little bit risky in my opinion here. They are going to be going ahead and throwing Greymane in there. Huge Hinterland's Blast coming out from that false at 18 seconds on that total cooldown right now. That is, I think that was like max value, if I'm not mistaken. That was max value. Or wait, no. No, that wasn't. Because what is it, max? If you hit all 5, you'd be getting full cooldown reduction. Caster math. Oh, wall clip bodied the park. Okay, it was wall clip. Thank you so much, Lorelai, because I was just like, wait, what? Need more turrets? I agree. 12 to 13 when it comes to our levels. We are going to be seeing the mid lane fort going to be going down here, and they're going to just rotate back into the bottom lane. Urel's already done some prep work for the friendly team as well. Let's actually cycle through the other numbers. We've looked at talents for quite some time. We know what most of these are. We've seen pretty much the a lot of these talents as the standards here, but the big thing is also just taking a peek at the numbers and seeing what they're doing so far, as 13s will also be hit fairly soon by the members of Nexus Cats. That is going to be a lot of good value coming in for this Triglav Protector. They have a top, mid, and working on this bottom lane fort. If they can open this up, that'll be huge for their control point C, but 13 Talontiers here, and they're not really too worried. Blessed Shield, I think, was just ripped right there, and yeah. Falstad and Greymane are going to be in this Triglav Protector still, so they don't have that dive and blow up, but they'll throw out a little extra damage from the gunner seat, and they'll take down this fort to about half health. Top lane has periodic catapult pressure that's going to be mounting, and they need to deal with this fairly soon. Let's actually jump over to the vision for the members of Save the Murloc and see what they're seeing, and just kind of get an idea of how they're posturing in these lanes and the choices they're deciding to make, because you can see that they're not going to push up any further here. No, not going for the whelp, but the minion wave will go ahead and take care of that. Biotic Emitter will be picked up on the right-hand side for them, and we also do have the camps. I think it's just a camp rotation from the Rhaegar and the Greymane, but Sentinel coming through. They know that they're here. They're going to try and take this fight while the enemy team is a little bit preoccupied across the map. Warlord's challenge into a couple. Biotic Emitter was picked up. Can they make it? Oh my god. The Avenging Wrath over the wall. The Blessed Hammers are going to be coming out as well. That guy is going to be chasing for a second, but the Starfall's going out. That's going to be no one down just yet. Also going to be having the Self-Ancestral onto the Rhaegar right there, and they're so very low on the side of Nexus Cats. Can they turn this fight around, or would the Save the Murloc get a little bit too low here? Blaze is going to be the first one to go down. Hinterland's Blast is up and available. If they go for the lineup right here, they'll get quite a few people. They get the Garrosh, and they're going to save that Hinterland's Blast for now. Hinterland onto Cassia, and they get the snipe right there. Shaggy a snipe, right? Woo! Sylvanas didn't take Merc Queen. I know, yeah, it was weird. We talked about that a little bit at the start of the game. I was expecting it to get some to be buffing out the turrets with that, because typically I wouldn't say you take Sylvanas for that factor on the map, but that is a big factor in your Sylvanas pickup. Mercenary Queen, I understand getting value, but we're not seeing that value right here. Or excuse me, Possession getting that value. Where you're able to turn around these minion waves, but look at how stacked up top lane is. Curse Bullet goes out. Cleanse went out onto Greymane as well. Really good timing coming out from the Rhaegar player just to be able to have that snap decision. 16 talent here in favor for the members of Save the Murloc, as we have Shaggy going down in this bottom lane. My dude, my person, my player. Oh, that's GG's. But get some mana. Oh, we actually have Crippling Hammer. Typically, we see the Flow Rider and Ares Gust. I like that combo together because I believe it also, the Ares Gust is a cooldown on the Tailwind. So basically, you're comboing Tailwind into Flow Rider. So if you have a cooldown reduction on Tailwind, that is going to be popping up a lot faster. And then you also get the cooldown reduction on your abilities when Tailwind is active. So that's the combo that I always go for. I do like this Crippling Hammer, so you get a huge slow into the enemy team, and that will be setting themselves up for potential more picks. But now, Control Point C opening up. Top lane has a lot of pressure put into it, and so Blaze will be going ahead and just getting this clear. Both the camps are already taken away, so they're not going to be able to grab either of those. They could delay. Oh my god, this wraparound. Oh, I think no, Outlander. QLR is gonna be. I think I'm just thinking of D&D roles right now, or backstories or backgrounds maybe. But that is going to be the a couple of members just kind of sharking around a little bit here. Top lane, I think they're gonna try and just open this up, maybe get a little bit of value from this and try and close that experience gap between the two teams. It's realistically like this is your best bet in this situation. Just try and get the 16 talent tier. Let's get the vision for the members of the blue team right now as well, as they will send that Sentinel through. Right onto Apollo. And look at this. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Falstad going to be pushing this up a little bit, prepping the wave. If they get this Trigger Protector, which is already at 53 and going up, oh, are they going to try and just match? We do have the Urel coming into this top lane. We'll drop a turret right here just to try and slow the siege, but I think that's a turret really burned through extremely quickly. It barely gets much value. We do have Sean coming in here as well, who drops their turret, and that's going to be the taunt onto Urel. They get thrown around. Ardent Defender is up and available, but they're not able to hit that heroic button. That is going to be Trigger Protector picked up in the bottom lane. That's going to be Falstad. I think we saw that flight right there, and they might be just trying to core race in a sense. That's going to be Trigger Protector going in through the bottom lane. Realistically, if they could go through top, that'd be the fastest, but this is going to be Sylvanas locking down the tower. Are they going to try and just core rush this back and forth? This is... Oh, look at their posturing. They want to end here. Can they end here? No, I think they're unsure of what they want to do. This is really, really close. Okay, so Trigger Protector. I wish I could split screen this right now for everybody. Okay, we'll jump back and forth. This Trigger Protector needs to get the burn, but their core health is starting to fall. They're losing their shielding right now. But they themselves are going to be anchoring, or going to be tanking this core as it's starting to fall pretty rapidly. Trigger Protector. It looks like Greymane's is going to be hearthing back. Trigger Protector will be on core at this point, but they're going to be losing their core so very low. That's going to be Cursed Bullet potential. They actually dive out. They get the... Oh my god, I cannot believe it. The members of Nexus Cats are going to be taking game number 1 in a core race, essentially. GG, well played.
Thank you.
I can't believe I don't have a 420 alert. I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm so disappointed. Please join the Discord server and send me all of the gifts that you think I should use for a 420 alert. F's in chat for that core race. Mark Zombie, I see you. Day, how's it going? Good to see you, Day. I caught a little bit of your stream last night. Your new apartment floor stream. What a play! Seriously, like that was I can't believe that. I really can't. I don't know who the captain of the other team is. I'm blanking on their names right now. Crap. I need to know what the next map is going to be, and I can't remember. There we go. I'm just gonna find one player on the opposing team in the Nexus Gaming Series chat. New apartment, floor stream. That's what I called it. Either way, the Vermintide was quite enjoyable. Let's go ahead and update the score for the Nexus Cats, who have managed to, wow, just wow. Whew. Map. Oh, they don't have it yet. All right. Woo. What about QLR? Oh, plus Arth. That was seriously like that was just a interesting end. Let me leave this whisper. This whisper. Okay, cool. That way I can at least see everybody's messages. Whew. You love your floor streams? Is it going to be like the staple of the day stream? Hey, what are we waiting on? Arth. Oh, I can't spell that pick from. There we go. Arth. Arthenu? How's your day going? It's going really good. Thank you for asking. Bandit moved. He's so sleepy. He's so sleepy. Aren't you, bud? Yeah. I can see that tail. Kularth. Oh god, I can't even try and think of that one. Yeah, where's our hello? Oh, yes. Finally. Finally. A team picks it. It's happening. Okay, that's updated, and then need to do this and this, and I think we're good to go for our next game. Sorry, I'm trying to remember like player names off the top of my head. It's not going very good. I usually note who's on what team. Okay, yeah. It's Sean, the other team. All right, looks like I'm playing everybody. No, I need to make myself an observer. Go ahead and set to referee. All that good stuff. All right, Mark goes to the other team, and then we will go ahead and get the opposing team in here. Alrighty. Sap Sucker Frog? What? Ektar, don't you do this to me. How? We're going for booty. Black Hearts, here we come. Oh my god. Nexus Gaming Series season, like, I hope that Nexus Gaming Series at one point is just like, alright, cool everybody, you know what? We're gonna do a one-off tournament where we play all the maps that no one likes. We're gonna play Warhead, we're gonna play Braxis, not Braxis, well, Braxis probably, but just the maps that are out of rotation. Like, we never get to see teams on Hanamura, we never get to see teams on Blackheart's Bay or Warhead Junction, so I feel like that'd be really fun, just to do like a small tournament and just have teams play on a couple of those maps and just only play on those like non-standard maps, and just to get an idea, like, because you'll see more of the odd picks and odd bands and stuff like that on larger maps and different playstyles. I mean, look at Garden of Terror during the S Division when it was actually allowed. Like, you had teams picking Nova, Murky, Falstead, and it's because, like, and I was asking teams, I was like, so why? And they were just like, because bribe. Like, you can win that entire map through bribe because there's so many camps. There's so much constant pressure you can put across the board that it just becomes, it's just a rough time constantly. Okay, there we go. Sorry, just like 2 people joined the lobby and like none of the other team did. And they were like asking in NGS chat, like, where's the lobby and all that stuff. And I'm just like, alrighty, we got both teams in here. Team number 2 has first pick. And team number 1 is going to be taking us to this map. All right, we got 1 ready. We have a second. I'm petitioning for NGS Season 8 to have no divisions, just be a massive Swiss-style tournament to provide seating for Season 9. Ektar, no. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into our game number 2, everybody. We are going to be heading off to the magical lands of
Braxis Holdout.
Let's get into it, everybody. We are going to Braxis Holdout. Ektar apparently reads the chats. He apparently knows to read my DMs. It's from Tick versus the Common Cold. Oh. I missed the Tick. I'm so glad that I'm so mad that are you referring to like the Tick the TV show? Because I'm not happy that got removed from Amazon. Because the teams are always whining about placements. Oh my god, that would be... Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. When you run a league, when you run a tournament, when you run anything in esports, you're not going to be able to make everyone happy. That's the truth of it all. You're going to have to piss some people off. You're going to have to do things the way that you think are right. If it doesn't go well, you learn from that, you try the new. Did you see that stinger I made too? Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Actually, speaking of, yo, Celexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. Thank you for supporting the stream. I really, really do appreciate that. But let's really quickly jump into the map bans that we did have take place. So the home team of Nexus Cats lost the coin flip, I believe. So Save the Murloc went ahead and chose first pick. Battlefleet of Eternity and Alterac Pass were banned out by them. Tomb of Spider Queen and Towers of Doom were banned out by the members of Nexus Cats. They picked Volskaya Foundry as our game number 1, and they won it in a very cool core race between Save the Murlocs and Nexus Cats. I highly recommend, if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out after we get into these next games. But Brax's Holdout will be the choice of our second map, as they wanted first pick on the side of Save the Murlocs. And I can already hear that we have some picks going on, so let's go ahead and jump back into our draft, as we have a Chen Urel band on the left-hand side, a Maev and Sylvanas picked up on the right, or banned out on the right, and a Joanna first pick for the members of Save the Murlocs. Yo, this is Covey and Turd Herder. Thank you also for the 69 bits. I love you all so much. Thank you. Oh, the 90s cartoon? Oh my god, Ghost Bear. That's from so long ago. I barely remember that as a kid, but I remember watching the Tick cartoon. It's 3 seconds, so a little longer than your current one. Wait, what? Oh. Do the creep. Yeah, everybody do the creep. No Panda Boy, unfortunately. Cheer pop them peepers. You're a certified creeper. All right, we got a Jaina and a Nubrak on the left-hand side. I like that right now. A lot of good burst and point control. Last 2 picks before we go into our ban phase. Ragnaros and Rhaegar, or Rexar. J-Man, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream, and I'm glad you're enjoying yourself and having a great time here. So Joanna, Ragnaros, Rexar on the right-hand side. We have a Jaina, a Nubrak on the left. We're going into our second ban phase. Nexus Cats, if I was banning on their side, I'd be looking to maybe remove a support that I don't want to pick up myself. If they don't want to take like an Alex Straza, oh, okay. Ana will be banned out here. You know what? The Biotic Grenade is really powerful in the debuff against the enemy team, as well as the healing that you could provide to your friendly team. I was thinking along the lines of Alex Straza and Stukov, because it's point control, and those 2 healers are really, really strong on a map like this. The other thing to consider here too is going to be Alex Straza, or not Alex Straza, Tyrande. There we go. Reparam. Oh god, I can't say names. Reparems? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Rexar is such a good pick on this map. I agree. So is Ragnaros. I'm a little, so I'm thinking this is going to be Ragnaros then within the 4 members in bottom lane is the big thing to note. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely missed it. Pally, how you doing? Thanks for coming by, my friend. I completely missed that. That's so rude of me. I hope you're having a wonderful night. I hope your puppers are doing great. Tychus and Stukov picked up on the left-hand side. Stukov I really like on a map like this. His point control is extremely powerful. Tychus is going to be picked up, as they do have a Joanna and Rexar, so they're going to be able to shred through a lot of that a lot of that health. They do need a healer, and they need a little extra damage on top of this. I don't hate the idea of like a Li Ming here to poke in, as well as maybe like a Tyrande for the support. Alex Straza, as I said before, isn't horrible on a point control map. She's got that Dragon Queen form, but we are going to be seeing Lucio with the Boostio, and Phoenix going to be jumping in here as well. Okay. Looks like it's going to be, I would assume this is going to be Planet Cracker, because they're picking up the Phoenix because they want to have wave clear into the Zerg wave. If you line up that Planet Cracker just right, you're going to be able to burn through that Zerg wave. I'd say probably 50% of the health of that Zerg wave can be absolutely shredded as it comes into the lane. Last pick to be coming out on this left-hand side, they're going to be needing a solo laner into that Rexar. Maybe they go for Malthael? No, they go for Imperius. They're going to be having a bit of a beefy front line. Both these teams have decent Zerg clear. I'm a little bit less on the side of Save the Murloc. I think Ragnaros is wave clear for the Zerg wave is a little bit slower, but as I noted before, they have that Planet Cracker, so if they can play until that 10 part where they don't need a massive Zerg wave clear, then this will be perfect for them. We'll see if they're going to be able to pull this out on the side of Save the Murloc. Rex would argue that Rag pick to his core. I mean, I don't disagree with Ragnaros on Brax's holdout. I disagree with them having 2 solo laners essentially, because I feel like their damage is going to be a little bit low. That's really Can you have my rap battle on the Nexus Edge? Can you have a rap battle on Nexus Edge? I would listen to that. Okay, sorry, I'm reading through chat. I'm just catching up a little bit here, but we are in the game. Let's go ahead and jump on into this. We got ourselves a game number 2. On the left-hand side, we got the wrong scene once again. I've done this 3 times tonight. There we go. I need to swap those buttons, apparently. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Nexus Cats. I was like, why am I so gigantic on the screen? Shadowguard is going to be on the Imperious. We are going to be having Lulu going to be on the Stukov. Arth is going to be on the Jaina. Mark Zombie will be on that Anubrak, and that guy will be on the Tychus. On the right-hand side, we're going to be having the members of Save the Murloc down 1 game in our Best of 3 series, trying to bring it back. So we go to game number 3. Odium Reigns is going to be on the Phoenix. Apollo will be on the Lucio. Shaggy will be on the Ragnaros. Sean is going to be on the Joanna, and we are going to be having Kular is going to be on the Rexar in the bottom lane. Bit of a lane swap here, as well as we have some role swaps from these teams too. Odium Reigns was the Rexar in the last game, and Apollo was the Greymane in the previous, so some role swaps in that light right there, but we are going to be seeing this setup right now. You want to come on and have a rap battle? I am horrible. Both of you bringing back the salt and pepper days. Oh my god. Alright, let's get into our matchup here. This is, oh, hold on. Combat Tactician for the Tychus. Okay. I've often seen run a dash at level 1 for the Tychus, mostly because of the fact that you'd be able to pick up a lot of regen globes here. But these teams just gonna be playing a little bit slow at the start right here. Nice Condemn gonna be coming out from Sean, grouping a few together. And they'll continue to push out this wave. Blast Furnace build for Shaggy as well. Or Blast Wave, excuse me. I'm combining talents once again. And then I want to look at our top lane really quickly. We can jump into bottom lane here and there. We also do have the advanced targeting for the Phoenix. Not going to be going into Arsenal Synergy, which is what I would be thinking they would go into. Still, I like it. And Jaina did go into the Fingers of Frost at level 1, which we often do see, and Regeneration Master for that Nubrak to be a little bit more of a beefier bug. Get a little bit more regeneration, as well as some total health after you get the full 30 regeneration globes, which, I'm gonna be honest, 30 regeneration globes feels like way too much for a tank, but at the same time, like, Anubrak's so very strong that I guess the scaling over time really works out with them. This is gonna be the beacon phase up and available. For anyone who doesn't know, it does pop up at the 1 minute mark and becomes available at the 1 minute 30 mark. It is one of the earlier objectives in our game. I believe the only other one that's like that is like the Blackheart's Bay chests, which I think are announced at the 1 minute mark. And do those pop at 1 minute or 1 minute 30? I can't remember. I think they pop at one minute on Blackheart's Bay, which I think is technically the like shortest objective in a sense that you can get in the game. Lulu on Daddy Stukov. Oh, Pally. Push it real good. Oh, yes. All right, we have charge going over in favor for the members of Save the Murloc 4, and now Sean and friends are going to be doing a great job in this bottom lane. And this is just going to be also Lucio with the, oh, I can't remember the name of the talent off the top of my head, and it's driving me insane. Party Mix is going to be stacking that up quite effectively and quite quickly. I think they're only need another 100 seconds onto that one. With all the friendly members around, that's going to be easily finished out very quickly. Still, charge going over in their favor right now. Sean taking a lot of damage. They need to make their way out of this. That will be the sound out from the Stukov as well. Follow-up damage from Mark Zombie, and that's going to be Sean getting some decent healing, and they're going to be able to make it out alive as well. I think they popped the Laws of Hope right there, activating to heal 30% of Joanna's maximum health over 4 seconds, and so that's just going to be also... That's just being able to have that as such a good kind of panic tool in a sense, I guess you could say. I like it right there. Super no dice. Halle, please. Dive forward onto Odium Reigns. They're actually going to do a great job. I think that grenade, that follow-up grenade from the Tychus was meant to knock them out of the blink right there, but either way, this is going to be the bottom lane once again, full of friendly party members. Let's see if Tychus can actually shred through this Joanna, but the blinds are really working out for them great. That's also going to be a great Condemn, pulling a couple together. Shaggy going to be forcing a couple of the members back, and this will be charge going out in favor for the members of Save the Murloc. Once again, the Nexus Cats are not, I wouldn't say struggling, but they're really, really getting pushed off this point consistently. 68% rising. You couldn't have waited 1 more %. Mark Zombie, come on now. Charge going over in favor. Let's actually jump into top lane because there was a bit of a brawl in this, and this is going to be Misha Bear sitting on the point. Misha on this map is so insanely strong because of the fact that Rexar is able to just do nothing in lane while she's doing most of the work on that point. We do have that Imperius diving out in that lane trying to get some value into them. Manubarak going to be diving down here as well. Nice silence coming out, and they find one kill, first blood of the game, going over to the members of the Nexus Cats as woo, Apollo gets right out of there with just some 100 health on the side of Save the Murlocs. Let's jump into top lane really quickly, because yeah, I was looking at this on the mini-map. It looked like Shadowguard was putting in some pressure and putting the hurt onto Qlar up there, but this Misha Bear still so very strong, staying on the point. Sean will jump up here as well, and we're going to be getting our 7 talent tiers for both these teams. Zerg Wave will be finished out. You still get a little bit of one of yourself. You get a little consolation prize. You get about 50%. This bottom lane, though. No 10 talents just yet, so no massive clear with the Phoenix or anything like that. Ragnaros doesn't have Lava Wave to push up this further or clear out top lane a little bit faster. Arth is taking so much damage, will be going ahead and cycling back. Do they have their well up and available is the question that I have, as they're going to be trying to clear out one of these Ultralists. They get the clear into that. Guardians from the backline are doing some great sieging as well. The other Ultralists will go down. All of these Hydralists are doing a great job of just clearing out the minion wave, and then the early Banelings are so, I like, if you can clear this out initially, that's a lot of siege removed from the initial siege, if you want to just kind of repeat ourselves on that one. But a little bit of life left. It's going to be these 3 Guardians. There's going to be Janin dumping the snow down onto a couple of them. They might try and step up with this, but it's still 8 to 8 in levels, and it's very, very close. Only 1 kill thus far into the game. Members of Nexus Cats playing this a little bit slower, but they still managed to pick up that first kill. I'm wondering what the scaling looks like as this game goes on. Weed Gaming, how you doing? Thanks for coming by, my friend. Is there any way to see how the draft went for this game? Unfortunately, realistically, the only way to check out the draft would be to go back and look at the VOD. I don't have any tools for that, but maybe in the future I'll work on one where I can highlight that and maybe show that in the game. But unfortunately, I don't have any sort of tools to show like what the bans were. I remember a few, but not really all of them. So my apologies, Weed Gaming, but glad you're stopping by and thanks for checking out the games. This is going to be a little bit of an engagement. Lucio, oh no. I don't know if the off the wall went the wrong way, or excuse me, the push off went the wrong way or what, but that is, maybe they were trying to, like, the team wasn't, maybe they were thinking about engaging with it. I don't know. That was a weird dive forward, but they managed to pick up a second kill right there. And Mark Zombie is gonna, I think, gonna get the regen globe denied from them right there. And Ragnaros keeps clearing out this bottom lane. Ugh. Apparently, I'm forgetting how to talk. And we're just going to continue to have this top lane. I wouldn't say dominated, but being held over by the Misha Rexar combo up there. Will there be a replay of the stream? I will not be. I won't replay the stream after it's done. But the VODs are always up and available on my page, and then I usually highlight them within 24 hours, and then I usually have them up on YouTube within like a week. I think that's pretty much the schedule I've set up for YouTube. So like for example, like all the Division S games, I just highlighted them this morning before work, and I exported them to YouTube, and so those ones I'll be staggering out probably over this week on top of the Nexus Gaming Series matches that we have. There was a match last night that's probably going to go up on YouTube, and that'll probably pop up in a day or two. So definitely, if you wanna follow up on any of these, that push off, I know, right? Nice Lucio pick, yeah. But yeah, and so if you wanna catch the VODs, YouTube's a great place. I have a link in the bottom panel for that, as well as just on this channel as well, and that's gonna be Ringer Frost going out. Purification Salvo gonna be connecting onto just about everyone right there. Sean is gonna be knocked out of the web wrap. That's going to be the lava wave coming through. Question is, did they time it out just right? Do they get the wave as it pops? No, unfortunately, I think it's gonna be like a second too early right there. Actually, a little bit longer than a second. We should be getting that pop just in a moment here. Either way, the big thing that you want to do is, what I'm noting is that if you look at your own core and you see the wave that's spawning, if you actually time out your lava wave with that, you'll be able to get the max value. That way you're picking up as much as possible. Or you wait for the minion wave to just now hit the mid lane. You then send your lava wave, and you're going to be able to get this wave plus the one that's coming in. So a little bit of strategy you can do with that, and something that I learned from a couple other players. You know, you can watch your own minion wave because it's mirrored. You're going to be seeing them pop into these lanes, at least at this point, at the equal pace. When you get to the later later game, maybe it might be a little different. You know, that catapult, that periodic catapult might win out the lane for you, so the matchup might be a little bit different. But regardless, you can at least get an idea of where the enemy team is. Nice Blessed Shield going to be coming out right there. They're getting a lot of damage onto Lulu, and they get the kill before the Flailing Sweep goes out. They actually were put on a full cooldown for that as well. Jaina will be finishing out that Fingers of Frost. They're going to have that extra 10% damage on top of the faster regeneration for themselves. Is it just faster regeneration? Or not faster regeneration, more mana regeneration, but the bonus damage from Frostbite, that 10% is a really big power spike right there. Looks like they're going to rotate into top lane as a team, and they just want to try and get onto this this Misha, which we can get the vision for them right now and just get an idea of what this looks like. Shadow Guard is going to be actually baiting and Rexar into that lane. You saw them, they were just like, all right, cool, like I totally have this, I'll take this fight, and unfortunately they will go down, and that's going to be a nice combo going out for the members of the Nexus Cats, but this is going to be bottom lane, sieged in. They kind of give this over. Well, not completely. They actually don't get the full siege into the tower, or I guess into the fort, and this will be charge. This is going to be the first point of the game when charge goes over in favor for the members of the Nexus Cats, but 94% already on the side of Save the Murloc, I believe. Okay, sorry. I thought that was Molten Core for a second. I was like, wait a minute. No, that's just going to be the lava wave coming through this lane. So look at the majority of this, and you can just see it just burning on through right there, as they also will throw a couple members in top lane. And they're going to go ahead and grab this and stall out any sort of charge potential. Let's cycle through some of the other numbers really quickly, get an idea what those look like, as we are going to be just seeing a bit of a rotation around the map right now, some different lane setups, and these teams trying to change up their tactics to maybe throw off the enemy side. But so far, Nexus Cat's holding strong in this bottom lane. Top lane is a different story. This top lane's been, as I said, it's not dominated, but really, really well held over by Save the Murloc. Just curious how they drafted Tychus. Personally, love the Greymane for more instant damage against the squishier targets. Tychus won't even be able to chop Johanna truly. The Tychus was drafted pretty late in the draft. It was after the second ban phase, and it was after they knew they had the Misha and the Rexar. If that was something that the Johanna and the Rexar. So I think they were thinking that it'd be that shred into that. But so far, I agree. It's not getting the value they're looking for. Also, the Tychus build is a little bit different than what I've seen in the past. Typically, we see a lot of like in the rhythm to keep that minigun time up, and I don't think that we're seeing that here at all. We're also seeing some different level 1s as well. But they're going to be initiating this bottom lane. Apollo will be the target once again. That's going to be Lurking Arm going forward. Ragnaros will be kind of zoned away from that with the Lurking Arm right there, but 38 to 94 when it comes to the charge going through. That's going to be the Imperious going into Johanna up in this top lane. Between the two of them, I think this actually would be the Imperious winning over, but Apollo's now here, and this is a completely different story. Imperious knows this, and they back right out. Ragnaros jumped into the Molten Core form in the bottom lane, and this is going to be the Misha Bear with the Bestial Wrath getting some decent damage out, but they're going to be going down. Call PETA because Jaina. Arthanaw. Arthan-ooh. However you want to say it, everyone. Clip it, report them. Bear Keller. Rude. We do have 14 to 13 in our levels, and we are going to be seeing those, so yeah, like quarterback, like typically, like the bigger they are, I understand, but I feel like I see in the rhythm all the time here to get that extended minigun time. It's just, it doesn't seem like Tychus is shredding into these enemy heroes as much as you'd expect, but still, they're doing 31,000 in heroic damage. The Jaina's just above them with 30,000, and the Ragnaros on the other side with 34,000. And we're rounding here, we're just rounding to the closest number. We're not going to round up or down, but this will be charge over in favor for the members of the Nexus Cats, and that will be Misha stalling it out. That guy is going to be going and just going to be throwing in some bullets into this Misha Bear, and they're getting some good value right there. Slowly working her down, but Mark Zombie as well. Everybody clip it. Send it to Mark Zombie. Tag him on Twitter. Add him in the Nexus Gaming Series Discord. Rude boy. Killing Misha Bears. Chips with salsa. Thanks for coming by. That's a good name. It's a very, very good name. No charge in favor in this bottom lane, and Pierce, I think, might be trying to go into the top lane. Let's actually get some vision for the members of the red team, as this will be their camp stolen away from them. They will be able to get the clear beforehand. Blessed Shield, you just saw that got ripped right there. Imperious coming from the wraparound. Huge Ring of Frost connecting onto so many members. Break it down from the Lucio's very good, but the web wrap comes out as well. And that's going to be Rexar going down immediately. Ragnaros picked off as well. Sean so very low. Angelic Armament will be used on Shadow Guard. You'll hear it. Boom. There you go. A lot of good damage going out. And with 4 members down the opposing side, this is going to be the Bruiser camp pushing in here. This will be boss picked up. So I noted this on Inferno or Battlefield of Eternity. The boss on this map works the same mechanic as the Immortals. It will go to the most well-defended lane. That is top. Top lane is where this boss will be walking into. It's going to be great for them because they'll have top lane pressure from the boss, and they're also going to be having Zerg pressure in the bottom lane as well. Granted, there's 90 4% on this Zerg wave. We can see how much is already charged up over there, and you're actually seeing it right now as you're going to be seeing that charge just about finish out. So if they delayed this boss out a little bit, I think it would have matched into the Zerg wave. It actually might catch it here. Let's see. Did step forward. It depends on how it kind of enters the lane here. Does it get pulled into the boss? It does. That's actually huge for them right there. Other to note too is, I said it in draft and it actually didn't happen in game and we didn't talk about it at all for the last 5 to 6 levels, is the fact that there is going to be no planet cracker from the Phoenix. It's completely going to be the purification salvo, which typically we see planet cracker picked up on this map specifically because of the fact that it just has such a fast Zerg clear. Seems like they want the damage overall. Molten Core is going to be used by Shaggy right there. So they'll be able to push back this Zerg wave pretty effectively. Lava Wave is going to be down for the next 91 seconds. I think they threw that into the top lane to kind of buff out their own wave and try and push that out. They're going to let that go on the side of Nexus Cats. That might be a bit of a risky call. And I think they're actually saying, you know what, let's just go back, let's clear out this Zerg wave. These Guardians will siege in for free and absolutely destroy the front gate. I do get the thought behind it. Both the tanks and the healers can slow the target down. Tychus can never stop shredding. I feel like Greymane could do it faster. No, I agree. I agree. Greymane is such a strong tool. I mean, Cursed Bullet is a 30-second cooldown, and it's 40% of a tank's health. That is insane to me. But I don't recall there being a Greymane ban. I honestly, I could be wrong. Someone in chat might be able to correct me or might know better, but that's also going to be a Nubrak finishing out that Regeneration Master, so that bug is going to be a little bit harder to squash here. We do have our Zerg Pen's going to be reset right now, and I believe that's going to be 2 minutes, so we're looking around that 17 mark in the game, maybe a little bit after that. Maybe like 17:30. I didn't look at it specifically when it went down, but there you can see the pinks coming out. They want to get the Jaina. It's not working out for them. Web Wrap went onto the Johanna right there. They're going to be stepping further forward. That's going to be the Ring of Frost going out onto 1. They actually connect onto 2 right there. Phoenix was one of the targets. That's going to be Shaggy as well. Commandeer Odin coming out from the Tychus. They pick off 2 members. Sean is going to be retargeted on. They back off. Nice root coming out from the Jaina. Can they find a little extra damage? They don't. Well, they need it, but they can't do it because of the break it down from the Lucio. That sound barrier is so very strong coming out in their favor. Clutch timing on that one, but we do have, this is something to note, Numbing Blast from the Jaina. So it's going to be the root. So there's Numbing Blast and Northern Exposure, if I'm not mistaken, and then I can't remember what the other talent at level 16 is. Is it just Blizzard Range, or is that earlier? I can't remember. Either way, it's either Numbing Blast or Northern Exposure, because the other one is going to reduce the armor to the enemy team, but I like the Numbing Blast to be able to then lock down an extra member and then have some more potential chase. Look at this wraparound coming out. This is such an aggressive rotation into this Misha. Oh, they get the Hearth. They'll be fine. Boop. Oh, and you know, like, they couldn't see that Rexar, and they just saw the Misha Bear. They're like, all right, cool, we got this. Let's go ahead and oh, no. They don't get it. Still, though, this is a map, I would say, controlled in a sense by the members of Nexus Cats. Save the Murloc, as you can see, they're kind of playing a little turtled up. They're just waiting for this objective to pop up in the game. And yeah, 17:30-ish, 17:40. I believe it's 2 minutes after it actually ends. Range is 13, 16 is size and amplified damage. Thank you, Raideen. Thank you, Raideen. I appreciate that, my friend. That's a Misha Bear pickup right as we get into this. That's not what you want in any way, shape, or form. Imperius actually could use the Celestial Charge to get through this wall. Because that's like, we used to see Genji a lot on this map because of that rotation that they could bring to the table, and also being able to rotate from bottom to top to get potential picks is huge. But look at this. We got a fight potentially breaking on this top lane. Let's pull away the talents here, and let's get a big view on how this is going to be breaking out. That's going to be the Ring of Frost coming out right there. They connect onto a couple. That's going to be Tychus trying to do their best to shred into it. Purification Salvo going to be going out. Misha Bear the first one to go down. Lava Wave coming out. Shadow Guard does not care, and they're taking a lot of damage for it, as that's going to be Odium Reigns going to be just making their way out. But look at Sean, who's tried to go for the wraparound. They get picked off as well. Purification Salvo going on to quite a few, but unfortunately no one's low enough or really slow to get any sort of big burst. They leave the Jaina, actually no, they're just going to rotate safe right there. They could go for the aggressive pickup on this camp, but nope, they're going to go ahead and pick up the boss that I could not even see. I actually thought it was still on cooldown. It might have just come off, or I'm blind, regardless. Range on 13, was it always that? That was nicer. I think it was like the old Jaina where like you could actually pick up talents to make the Blizzard have 3 waves. Like they had like range, and the 3rd wave was were early game talents like before Jaina got reworked ages ago. Like when Ice Block wasn't baseline for her. Like Ice Block used to be at 13, 16 for her. And then I think you had some range increase as well as the extra wave was early game. Maybe it might have been later. I'll have to look into that. Lava lave. Good target switch. They're clean. Yeah, they're thinking about pushing in this bottom lane. They've got Boss and Zerg in top. Shaggy's gonna go ahead and get shredded before they even get one. Well, they get one swipe off right there. This is a really safe play, but they could have played that a little more aggressively coming out from the members of Nexus Cats. But still, they walk around. Huge Ring of Frost. They get the Ragnaros right away. That's going to be the Misha Bear getting picked off as well. Purification Salvo going to be connecting, but it gets shut down by the Cocoon right there. Blessed Shield coming out as well. Odium Reigns will try and get the Blink out. They managed to do so exactly. This is going to be the core. Shielding starting to fall. No keeps are up and available. They've got 3 Guardians with them, and they've also got the Commandeer. Oh, to pull away the talents as they do also have their 20 talents here. This core is getting shredded, and it looks like the Nexus Cats are going to be able to go ahead and clutch the series. 2-0. GG. Well played. The Nexus Cats take it. Ice Block was 20 for a while, I think, too. Was it really? Oh my god. Ooh. That was a really, really good set. I had an absolute blast with that one. Hey Ghost Bear, thank you for the GIF. It is going to be I will make that a an alert right after we stream. That was a really, really good that was such a good set. Let me see if one of the players wants to do an interview really quickly. Because we got the time. We're not loading into another game here. Are there any other games that we can, like, is there a game I can pick up last minute? Is there anything uncasted tonight? Oh, Mark Zombie's gonna be joining me. Okay. Nexus Gaming Series, Lobby 1, Mute Def. Okay. Sorry, I just want to check this out really quickly. I want to look at the calendar and see if there's anything that we can pick up tonight. No, there's nothing. The only thing was a 6:15 game that's already taking place, so we can't do anything with that one. But we actually, hold on, let me change the volume. We are joined by Mark Zombie at this time. How you doing? Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Hey, what's up, Bahamut? Thank you very much.
That was such a fun set. So let's talk about game number 1. Let's talk about the end that you guys went through, because that was quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. What were comms like when your team is rushing core and there's a Triglav Protector approaching yours?
I mean, I think at that very moment we were kind of just already all in, and pretty much just ignoring the Triglav. We know that two of the members were still in it and they weren't pulling back. Mm-hmm. We also had the power of Sylvanas. But then backing up before that, you know, of course, we were pretty playing from behinds for most of the game there. And then, of course, Control Point C, not having those 16s, the kind of call was, you know, let's get top fort, ignore it, don't fight into it. And then we just had so much BDE, we just couldn't stop all the way to the core. It was such
a strong game. I gotta say, like, the Nexus Cats are really, really well coordinated. Do you guys take a lot of time for your practices? Can you talk a little bit about your team dynamics? Because it seemed there were a lot of moments that you just easily... The communication was very apparent on screen, at least to me, when you were making calls and trying to target things. You guys practice a lot in that, right? Do you just play for fun? Can you talk about the team dynamics a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, you know, we practice maybe a little bit less than the average NGS team. I don't know. But I think what makes us strong together is that we're kind of friends first and a team second. I feel like we all have very similar interests. We get along very well with each other, so that makes dealing with losses a lot better. That makes, like, learning and improving a lot better. Yeah.
No, there's such fun games to cast, and I had a blast with it. Before I let you go, any shots that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Ooh, well, I definitely, absolutely got a shout out to my team, the Nexus Cats, of course. Turd Herder in the chat, repping the tag, Meow Nexus Cats. And maybe shout outs to myself, twitch.tv/MarkZombie. I'm a Heroes of the Storm streamer and caster as well. So we do a lot of content for the game. yeah, that's shout out to my girlfriend Amanda who's watching.
Is that
Shout outs to Die for Vision. I know it's my brother's team, IRL brother Ace, Casey, AC, and Atlas over there, and Sham Hats. Shout outs to them, and yeah, that's about it.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the shots. That was really good. But you have a great night. Congratulations on your victory, and I cannot wait to see what you guys do further down